Waseda is the sister relation for many years. And I enjoy working with the Peking universities, academic exchange. Also, we have many Chinese students at the Waseda universities. You may be surprised to know, so we have about 5,000 Chinese students at my universities in Tokyo. That's a big number. And also, I really interested in the holding the annual general meetings in Beijing, simply because you have a very good, excellent Beijing Olympiad in 2008, and the Tokyo will host the Olympic in 2020. So we can learn something from the Beijing Olympic, and our Tokyo Olympic 2020 might be one of the great IT Olympic in the world, using our technologies on IT and communications. Regarding the IAC, I can recall to first meetings in Tokyo 8 years ago. We have very few countries at the time, but now we have more than 15, and we have many universities, government, and the businesses as a mixture of the association, which is very unique for international organizations. Also, we are working very closely with the UN systems. ITU is our partner. Also, APEC, Asian Pacific Economic Corporations, which will host the China next year as the so-called APEC year in China. Also, we have very good relation with the OECD in Paris, as well as the United Nations universities. These are very excellent international network of the academia, government, as well as the business together to discuss about the importance of the Chief Information Officer and the government. Also, we have a lot of the training programs like CIO universities. And just talk with the Vice President of the Peking universities, Yu Hongjun, and I asked him to think about the possibility of establishing the comprehensive CIO e-government program at these universities, and he promised to think about it in the future. That is one of our very important message at the IAC to Chinese chapters of the IAC, and I hope in the near future Peking universities will have very excellent program on Chief Information Officer, since we have already in the United States, Thailand, Philippines, Japan, Indonesia, and so on. Also, I'll tell you very briefly about my capacity of the President of the National E-Government Promotion Council of Japan. E-government is only the way which you can reduce the cost of the administrations by more than 20% per year. That we did in Japan. So all the countries in the world, if you have some trouble with the financial burdens, should take the initiative of introducing an e-government project, online services or in-house operations of the management. That makes the very excellent efficiencies and productivities of the government agencies concerned. So I hope the IAC will work on these important missions to many countries concerned. Finally, I really hope this forum and the annual meetings in Beijing has the very excellent outcome meetings and prepare one of the best Beijing statement annually, which we are doing in each meetings. So thank you very much for your attending the opening sessions, and I hope you can have very good time here for 3 days, and you may have the very good insight for Chief Information Officers as well as the e-government activities. Thank you very much. 谢谢，ありがとう。
我谨代表北京大学对本次会议的举行表示热烈的祝贺。
Dear President Obi and dear guests, on behalf of the PKU E-Government Research Institute, the PKU, I'd like to express our warmest welcome to all of you attending this international forum organized by PKU and IAC.
也是北京大学积极支持和鼓励最新前沿技术和理论研究发展的体现。
Peking University is a very important university in China. We are blessed with the best students and faculty members. We have been given priority to the research in the area of some cutting-edge disciplines and cross-disciplinary research, in particular in the area of e-government, IT application, and other related fields. And we have been given a lot of support to the development of these areas. So today we organize this forum, which is a demonstration of the cooperative outcome between PKU and IAC, and also is a demonstration of the efforts and resources we have channeled to the development of these cutting-edge technology areas.
对完善信息社会的治理机制和人才培养具有重要的价值。
I have taken notice of the fact that IAC has been committed to the exchange and cooperation among CIOs throughout the world, and also it is a leading world-class and well-known international academic organization. In this age of information, CIOs can play a critical role, which is unprecedented in promoting the development of the society in the information age. And IAC can play a very important role in building a large pool of highly professional CIOs.
特委托我向大会的胜利召开予以祝贺。
Dear guests, good morning. I feel very privileged to attend this international forum organized by PKU and IAC. This morning, Director General Xu Yu from the IT Application Promotion Office of Ministry of Information and Information Technology Industry is occupied by another important meeting. Therefore, Director has entrusted me to make this presentation on her behalf.
Before Chen Chuanhua comes up as the first speaker, I'd like to make a couple of comments on the context of aging society, especially in Asia Pacific. The tsunami of March 11th brought an increased focus on aging society in Asia, as such a very large percentage, 80 to 90% of those that lost their lives or injured were the elderly in Japan. Not only, though, is the aging society a major factor and concern in Japan and developing countries, where 30 to 40% of the population will be over 65 in several years. It's also a major concern in developing countries, where by 2050, 20% of the population in many developing countries will be over 65 years of age. The challenge in developing countries is the infrastructure hasn't been developed yet, in many cases in healthcare, for social inclusion compared to developed countries. And in fact, the risk for some developing countries is that they may become old before they become actually rich. So an increased challenge and increased concern over the coming years. One interesting item, I think, which was a great success factor several years ago, but also raises the specter of the challenge, is that 2 years ago was the first time in world history where the number of deaths from chronic illness was greater than the number of deaths from communicable diseases. So this factor, better health care, is partially what's leading to the aging society. With some of the challenges, I think we can divide the aging society into three different categories. One is how best to work with the aging and make for the best lifestyles, including for healthcare and social inclusion. What are the opportunities for societies to do this? A second major area of research and effort is how to help people stay in the workforce longer. So Japan, which is looking at a decreasing workforce, Korea also looking at flat economic growth for the next 20 to 30 years, and also many Western European countries and even China has this challenge of how to maintain economic growth as their societies change from young to older. And then the last area, which has been a focus on Professor Obi's Silver Society project, is how to develop new industries with innovation and technology to serve the elderly and the seniors. What are the opportunities in robotics and mobile phones, social media to build industries and to really catalyze economic growth, not just in countries which are aging today, but in other countries which will be aging in the future. So with that brief introduction, I'd like to introduce Shen Zhenhua from the China National Committee on Aging to give the first talk of our session.
Big data, it is some new project. And we saw a number of presentations yesterday and today, and everybody mentioned big data, big data. It's obvious that big data is something for big organizations, for governments. We can see that a lot of very big organizations like McKinsey, like IBM, like Microsoft have big data tools. Yes, it is something new, or it is a new word for